Joining the show now is someone people here in the Valley know very, very well. Nick Lowery, Nick the Kick, close to 20 years in the NFL, Chiefs all-time leading scorer, post-football. What an amazing life. He has dedicated his life to helping others and improving their quality of life. Lowery has this new book out. It drops Wednesday. It's called Naked and Alone with 80,000 people. Nick, first of all, it's really good to see you.
Thank you. 12 years here for you. I've actually been here now. This is my 30th year in Phoenix.
We don't leave, right? We move here.
It's hard to leave this place.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful place to live. Nick, just what inspired you to write this book?
Well, I just felt like my life story is so crazy and different. My father was a reconnaissance pilot in World War II from a family of cowboys. My mother was in the first full class of women at Oxford. And I grew up next door to a Supreme Court justice who led the National Football League in rushing twice. In fact, finished #1 at Yale Law School the same year he led the NFL in rushing, Justice Byron Whizzer White. So I've just been really lucky. Some would say entitled. And so when you're entitled or when you're privileged, another word we use today, do something with it.
This is much more than your life story. Like this is a guide for people who want to learn how to bounce back in life in a way, right?
It is. And you know, every lesson in life, even Cameron probably had a time when he didn't hit that shot, or you know, the test didn't go well, or the teacher didn't like him. And same here, right? I was rejected by by 8 teams 11 times. And so at the end of the book, we have 11 lessons, because that's where the best lessons are. Every single great, successful person with real character has developed that character by going through tough times.
I think no bigger obstacle is kicking in the NFL. You're by yourself. You're almost on an island, right? Is that where the kind of the name came from, Naked and
That's
Afraid?
Exactly.
Why 80,000 people? 80,000 people?
I will never forget, Cameron, what it felt like a number of times running on the field going, one voice saying, "What are you doing? This is the scariest thing ever, you idiot." But luckily you're training, right? I think anybody can be unbelievably good at something, at least one thing, when you train for it. So it took me 2 years, giving up a job working in the United States Senate for Senator Bob Packard on aviation deregulation, to try a last time, my 12th time, which is a biblical number. 12 is a good number. Yeah. But then I had to go against Jan Stenerud, my hero, the greatest kicker in the history of the game at that point, and head-to-head every day. And I was being charted by Clark Hunt, who is currently the architect of the Chiefs dynasty as America's new team.
Yeah, there we go.
And he was charting us every day and told his father, Lamar Hunt, the great Lamar Hunt, that I would beat out Jan Stenerud. And I went on to break every one of his records and become most accurate kicker in NFL history for 18 years. And it only would have happened if I had made it through all those rejections. If I had made it earlier, I would have had, I think, a career like that. I wouldn't have gotten mentally and physically tougher.
You mentioned connecting to people. Few do more than you do to help people here in this valley.
Well, thank you.
And you just celebrated 20 years of your Champions of the Homeless.
Thank you.
Listen, every Thanksgiving I see you out and about at St. Vincent de Paul. Yeah. You invite some of your NFL buddies. You invite some of us locally too as well. And you do this many times throughout the year. Just how important has that been in your life to give back and to help?
Why do we love Larry Fitzgerald if it isn't that he pops back up after getting drilled in a catch and keeps going again, but it's also because he's so selfless. Yeah. So I have to give a lot of credit to my NFL friends, to St. Vincent de Paul, to Shannon Clancy and Jessica Berg, and all the people that, I love you, people at St. Vincent de Paul, because they're doing it 365 days a year. Yeah. We have, God's given us our stage to do it when we can, to bring light where there's darkness, and that's where the juice of life is. If you keep doing that, you may be helping somebody else, but in the end, you're really loving yourself.
Nick, anything you want them to know about the book?
Nick,
comes out Wednesday.
Wednesday, 5:30 to 8 at the Scottsdale Resort and Spa on McCormick Ranch Parkway. We'll be signing them, taking photos, a little food and drink too, but we're grateful just to have NBC tell our story and help other people maybe realize God's given each one of us a unique story, and you're here to make a difference in the world.
That's right. The book comes out Wednesday. You can also go to the event too as well. Admission is free. You can buy the book there. Just RSVP at eventbrite.com. Nick Lowery here.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for the time. Get the book. There we go.